These two things must happen for Coach Prime in Colorado to have a winning season, and there's no exceptions. Let's talk about it. Stay tuned. Guys, please do me a favor. Before we get into this video, please give us a like, comment, share, and subscribe. Also, hit the bell notification so you can get updated on my latest content as it drops. All of that will be greatly appreciated by me. All right, so first of all, it says here the Prime effect hits college football 25, with Colorado given top 25 ranking. That's all good and all. That's just a game. But if you don't know, EA Sports give the Buffaloes a high mark in the virtual world for their upcoming release. I'm looking forward to playing that game with some of you. I am on the Xbox platform, but I'm thinking about purchasing a PlayStation. I know a lot of you have a PlayStation. It's been a long time since this game came out, and I really look forward to playing it. So we're going to have some content on that in the future. So stay tuned for that. But these two things must happen for Coach Prime in Colorado to have a winning season. The reason why I worded it that way, Coach Prime and Colorado, because a lot of these teams are gearing for Coach Prime. They want to beat Coach Prime. In fact, Coach Prime said it. He said, these teams are looking at me and I haven't played football in years. I've retired. But he said they are keying in on him. And I remember what Shedeur and Coach Prime said. He said when they go to these games, I believe Bucky said it as well, it's like they're trying to embarrass them. I never forget it at the UCLA game. They were playing Coach Prime's old theme music. I heard the band playing it. And I remember how the fans at Arizona State was acting when they played Arizona State. The fans and the things that they were chanting. You know how Coach Prime and Shedeur, they take the little walk before the game. That's their ritual. They've been doing that forever. I first remember them doing it at Jackson State, but during that Arizona game, it was apparent how the disrespect, it was very apparent. And I was like, wow, they really are gearing in on Coach Prime. And then Joe Klatt, he said the same thing. He said he know for a fact that college coaches are working together collectively to beat Coach Prime. Not to beat Colorado, the football team, but to beat Coach Prime. And then I see the countless of articles that's being made. A lot of these articles are coming from local writers in Colorado. You would think they would be the ones supporting, but it is about Coach Prime. That's why I say in order for Coach Prime and the Buffaloes to have a winning season. And we know it's the Buffaloes, it's not one person that is, it's a team collective effort for them to win. With that being said, what must take place here? Number one, first and foremost, the trenches, mainly the offensive line. I have said this time in and time out. The offensive line have to be working on all cylinders. They have some key additions that they added to the offensive line, and it was a huge upgrade from last year. And I know what people are saying, well, Max, it don't take that much of an upgrade considering what went down last season. But the trenches is actually necessary to win. In the 2023 season, Bo Nix was sacked under 10 times. Could you imagine if Shedeur was sacked under 10 times? How many passes you think he would have thrown for? Xavier Weaver would have definitely went over 1,000 yards, and a couple of other receivers. He more than likely would have went on to have or to put up Heisman Trophy numbers. Just think about it. He got sacked over 50 some times and still managed to throw for over 3,000 yards. For me, that's very respectable. That's very impressive. But in order for them to be successful this year, it's going to take a collective effort, mainly from that offensive line, because that really was one of the only problems they had last year. Yes, he was getting sacked, and yes, they had trouble stopping the run. The defense gave up a lot of numbers. However, that offensive line could not protect them, and everything else broke down because they felt like they didn't have a running game either. But if that offensive line is operating like it's supposed to, that will set up a running game. And a decent running game also helps protect the quarterback because it keeps the defense honest. Yes, it keeps the defense honest. And again, just imagine if he had the numbers of Bo Nix as far as sacks. Look at Drake May, for example. He got sacked 40 sometimes, and he still went on to be a top pick in the first round in the NFL draft. But in order for them to have success, they got to win. We all know that winning solves everything. So they have to protect Shedeur. And then that opens up the run. If the run is opening up, of course, that passing game is going to be a hell of a threat. They have a lot of threats in the wide receiver room. We can all agree on that. And with that being said, that keeps the offense on the field. Last year, they had trouble keeping the offense on the field. It just seemed like if you blinked, Shedeur and them was off the field, and the opposing team took advantage of that and started running the ball. And what happened after that? What was the result after that? Time was running off the clock. If time is running off the clock, if it gets late in the game, they have no other choice at that point to air the ball out. And when that happens, being that the offensive line was breaking down last year, they were blitzing like crazy. In Shedeur, there was many instances during these games where he didn't even have a second, and multiple defenders were in his face. All this started with the offensive line. The offensive line is very, very crucial in having this winning season. The second thing is, this is not up for debate. The second thing is, well, it is up for debate. Let me know what you think. I've already said it. They must establish the running game. They have to run this ball. They can't just be, I'm going to be a air it out team, because what's going to happen is people are just going to throw blitzes at him 90% of the time with hopes of winning most of those battles. But if he has a balanced running attack, they're going to get burned on a few plays. So then that's going to keep the defense honest. So these are my thoughts on them having a winning season. If this works, and if the offensive line is working like they're supposed to, they have to be average or above average to have a winning season. If they have a winning season, sky's the limit here, folks. I had said again, I know I sound like a broken record, but there was a lot of games that they could have won last year. And the score from those games don't tell the story. Case in point, the USC game. The score really doesn't tell the story. It really doesn't. They could have won that game, but they were missing some few things in that offensive line. But those are my thoughts. I'm curious to hear what you think about this. Drop a comment below. Guys, please like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll see you on the next video. Take care. Thanks for watching, guys. But before you go, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Also hit the bell notification so you can get updated on my latest content as it drops. If you have any video ideas, feel free to leave a comment below. Take care.